What's up, everybody? This is Quick,
This is Reg, and this is Mumbo Sauce and Everything podcast.
where we talk about everything from relationships to politics.
So get your 3-piece and fries ready, because we put Mumbo Sauce on everything.
Let's go!
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Hope y'all missed us at least a little bit.
Ever so slightly. It's been way too fucking long.
Way too long, you know. I'm just glad we back here, and we back on
I miss
camera.
riding with you.
Yeah, man. I miss it. I miss it. We talk on the phone a little bit, be rapping for hours there. And I'm like, dog, we should be podding this.
I've been said it. I've been calling with the topics like, bro, I'm mad we not podding long. So I'm glad we back. We got some shit to get into. So much shit that happened, we can't even recap. But we can recap on the stuff that's not about us. But let's tell the people what's been going on with us.
It's been a lot, dog. So I'll say this, just for me, I know before we got off, I didn't tell anybody that my wife was pregnant. So, it's been 9 months since we've been on. So, I'm a father. Deion's now a month old. It's already been 8 weeks, I think. So, that's one thing. I don't know if I got the fan ambassadorship.
Hold on. You can't get that off without the.
Most definitely saucy.
For Quick, he a father now. Y'all don't even understand. I'm for this man to join that club for a long time.
He been trying to get me to be a father forever, and I've been denying it and been like, nah, not me. But I knew it was inevitable when I got married. So, that was it just was gonna happen. I was a fan ambassador for the football team. They got a new name now, the Commanders. We'll probably talk about that later. Another thing, my high school team this year, we won the state championship, so that was a big deal. Most wins in school history. So we probably end up in the Hall of Fame at the school for that. I was assistant head coach this year. It was a big deal. Excited for them kids. Right now, we're sending some off to college. So that's what's been up with me. We talked about buying a house and everything before we got off. So, sitting down here in my man cave. What about you, Reg? What you been up to?
Well, nothing that exciting. He been living the life. I just been working, growing the business, the brand. We hustling. We grown a lot. We able to get back outside because I think we start time. So summer we was able to expand, let people know in the area about us. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, day one listeners know, but I'm gonna let our newcomers know about Cargado portable chargers. That's my company. So go to shopcargado.com. This episode is sponsored by Cargado. Shopcargado.com. Go get your chargers, man. But other than that, man, I just been hustling, keeping my nose to the ground, missing the podding by myself since my partner in crime wasn't available with his family expanding. So I just been cooling, man. I can't make no noise.
All right, that's great, man. Hey, look, congratulations with Cargado. It's big things. I know before we started, you were saying, I got some big things in the work that could possibly happen in these next few weeks. So anybody see Reg out there on the streets?
So all my people, this episode would be dropping the week before the NBA All-Star game in Cleveland. We will be not at the game, but next to the game at Tower City Mall, Cleveland, Ohio, February 20th. So if you're going to the game, if you're going to be in town, you're going to need your stuff charged. Don't even play around. So definitely hit our at Mumbo Sauce on everything, Instagram at Cargado Power for more information on that. And like I said, you always need a charter. So yeah, we doing that. We're trying to get into some of the festivals coming up this spring and summer. You know, just trying to spread a brand awareness. So that's where it's at with that. But let's get our peoples up in here. That's enough about us.
Yeah,
Our mans in here.
most definitely, most definitely. I'll introduce first. So we're gonna bring in a couple folks who've been on the podcast before. It's gonna be nice to kind of bring them to this next evolution of Mumbo Sauce on Everything podcast. You know, being on YouTube and all. We bringing in Olu, been on before. Also focus on Instagram. He gonna tell y'all what he's been up to, and we'll go with there first. Oh, what it do?
What up, fellas?
My boy, what's up, O?
Not much, man. How y'all?
Cool,
Good,
man.
man. Good. Can't
Good to see
complain.
you. Good to see you, Rex.
I know, right? I'm gonna see y'all this year. Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, man.
Right.
Happy
At least
New
not
Year.
that. I hate when people say that like after the first week. So
What you been up to, man? We done told the people what we've been up to, what you've been up to. We know, but let the people know.
all right, I guess the main thing is I'm married now.
Oh, congratulations.
Hey.
Look at that.
Yes, I got married in December, went to Nigeria, out there for like 30 days. That's saucy.
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a great time, man. A lot of people came out. There was estimated about like 1,400 people there. Like it was crazy. Crazy. But but we enjoyed it, man. That was like it's so fun, like on movies and stuff. You see people say, like, oh, that was the best day of my life and stuff. Like, I could honestly say that was one of the best days ever. I just felt like the love, the enjoyment. It was a vibe. Although I ain't gonna say, leading up to it, it was getting a little stressful because a lot of work we had to do. Even I ain't gonna fake, even waking up, I still had a lot of shit going on. But then I think once it was time to start getting dressed and take pictures and stuff, I just snapped out of it. Just in the moment, okay, whatever is done is done.
Right.
Anything else that happens is out of my control. Just enjoy the day. And then from then on, it was good.
Nice.
Well, one thing I'm gonna say is for our listeners who are not familiar with our boy Olu, the last time he appeared on the podcast, he was talking about how he and I believe it was how he and his now wife Nikki met, and this was prior to them.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
So that's a nice revisitation. Yeah, that's a nice back. And just me personally, I couldn't do nothing but smile when I was looking at the goings on from the state side. Every day I was looking, I can do nothing but smile. During the or even I was texting you like, dog, man, I'm so happy for y'all, man. That shit was amazing.
No, it was great, man. I can't even express the words like how great that day was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even I still look at pictures and like little video clips, just reminisce. Like, damn, this was the vibe.
Saying that, you know what? Let me show these people what it. I'm gonna give y'all a little snippet of what it looked like. I try to put this together with some Instagram videos, so do me a little justice. But check O and his beautiful wife Nikki out.
Cut.
Wow.
I ain't
Yeah.
gonna fake. That was
I ain't
you
gonna
know,
fake. I
said it.
That was tight. Hey man, hey, them outfit changes,
Oh, yeah.
dog.
We
Hey,
got a
that's
lot of compliments on
phenomenal.
it. Those was on point.
That's phenomenal,
That
man.
little what was that orange one I was wearing? That one was hot as shit. It was like velvet.
What is this? Velvet?
Damn.
Uh-huh.
And I know it was
Hot
like
and all
90.
that, man.
It was like 90 every day you was over there, right?
Right, and then like, so the venue, the AC kind of was acting up today. So that was one of the issues I was dealing with that morning. The AC was messing up, and then it was trying to say, "Oh, yeah, we can get you like some 20 fans for the extra charge." We're like, "Well, I got to pay for the fans when we pay for."
Your AC
So
messing
it was
up.
like back and forth. So
Yeah.
that was one of the hiccups we had that morning.
That's crazy.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Understand, man. It looked like a great time, dog. Hey, look, I
Oh,
know my
it was
wife.
beautiful, man.
If
I
we
know-
weren't having a baby, we would have been there.
I already know, man. I already
Man,
know. I definitely called. I
know.
think it was you called me right before I went inside.
Yeah.
Remember, like I told you, like I was busy like that whole night before and that day. Like I had like a 10-minute window before I went inside. I had downtime to chill in the car, and I think I finally got on IG that day, and like I texted, I was hitting Nicole up, and I mentioned I only had like this was the first time I was down the whole time, so I guess you immediately called me at that time, man.
I was
Called me
right in the car with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, "You got call Lou right now." I said, "Bet." I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, what's up, bruh?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Because and I'll say this.
I think that was helpful too. It was like it was common for me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had that exact same moment with Reg for my wedding.
Okay.
You know, I was able to converse with him right before, you know, we traveled down to DC to kind of get started. So, you know, I knew I had an idea what you was going through in those moments. So it was just good to kind of be able to do that for you like Rage did that for me. So
because there was so much commotion, like nobody who was there even did that. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool that I got that call before I went. I'm like, okay, this is good. This is common.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get the
Got
party.
it. Yeah, that's all I said. You got this.
Yep.
You got
Appreciate
this.
that, man. Appreciate you.
No problem. No problem.
What's up,
Man, who else we got coming on here today, man?
Man, we got the legend. First of all, that's why I was just waiting. I was waiting for O.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for O and Nikki, but I don't care what nobody say. My nigga is a legend. You understand? I don't know a nigga that work harder, got more hustles than a little bit. This nigga's a Trinidadian, full-blooded, 200% Trinidadian. Because every time I talk to him, he at work or he just busy being a legend. Give it up for the return of Smitty, aka Amin, the God, Trini Picasso.
Man, I wish I had some theme music for him coming in with that introduction. That just was like that.
So mute.
You may got
What's up, my boy?
There you go.
Man, that was a crazy introduction, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
Man, I just, I had to do that because we doing okay, man. But the reason, first of all, you my man's, and you are a legend to me. But also, I had to get some redemption because on our long hiatus, I went back and I listened to our catalog, and me and Darian can get into some deep disagreements. And that was on it was so disagreeable we had to split the Legends episode into 2 parts. So I said, no, we didn't do Smitty justice on the last episode, so we got to make sure we do this shit right this time.
I appreciate that. How long ago was that? I don't even remember because a lot has happened.
Yeah.
Since then,
it's knocking on about a year. I want to say.
Well, wait. I was thinking we recorded that in your old house, Darian.
We recorded that in my old house, and your microphone was on an ironing board.
Hey, that's wild. It was, and I kept leaning in until you like, boy, back up. So this is a safe space for me right now because everybody on Teams calls and everything. We do this every day, for the most part.
Right. So what's been up with you?
Yeah, I don't turn on my camera on the Teams.
Right. I got dressed for this.
I just been staying out the way, man, and working, man. Trying to grow my business, man. I've been ever since I think when I last got on, I don't know if I just started, I guess, tapping into this entrepreneurial spirit, but I just been boots to the ground, head down, just working. On these accent walls that I've been doing. I've dubbed it a wall series now, you know, and I title them, you know, every project that I do, and it's been quite the experience. There's been a lot of ups, a lot of support. I'm definitely learning how to the nuances of being an entrepreneur. Learn how to be disciplined and focusing and things like that. But outside of that, man, just working, taking care of my kids and going to therapy. Started going back to therapy on
Okay.
on my 35th birthday, December 27th. I'm 2 sessions in for year 35. So just trying to grow, man, become a better man and become financially stable and and just staying out the way, man. To be honest,
Understand.
just
That's
staying out
what's
the
up,
way.
man. That's what's up.
Understand. Hey, look, I'm gonna show the people some of your work, man. I got a little snippet of your artwork too that I want to kind of let the audience see, just in case y'all want to get an accent wall. I will say he ain't even mentioned this. He did my child's room, um, you know, and he did it in like a week, man. He got us out the way. We was having a baby shower, and I think he came down just finishing up with paint all on him. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's done. You can go check it out. And you know, it's one of the best parts of our house. That's the only room that's painted right now. You
yeah.
know, with a new house, you can't really paint too much. And we was like, let's get that one done. And he came and knocked it out the park. It looks great. I'm gonna show you some of his artwork, some of these walls that he's done.
I
And
probably
I'm
should.
definitely gonna get him to come back and hook this basement up, man. It's
Oh
about to
yeah,
be
'cause
like
we talked about hey, I got some for him with that one.
my man. Here you go.
I'll take it to Mars, oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me, I swear. You would do anything.
Man, like it.
It's a cool video.
It's quick, but it's like it's so much detail in all those walls. So I knew I couldn't do it justice with a video. Like you would have to look at a picture and kind of get in depth with it to see all the nuances
Analyze
and
it.
the
Yep.
details. But hey, if y'all want, this your Instagram page right here with all your designs on it, right?
Yes, indeed.
Right there.
Y'all see that right there? This
Hit
is
that.
my business page at nkr.paint.design. This is my personal page. It ain't really nothing going on over here, so yeah, right there. Hit me up, man. And the thing is, for me, I just want to say that it's an exciting time for me because I finally figured out a way to monetize a skill set that's God given. So it's just it's fun. I mean, and I'm enjoying it. So I mean, although some people may know, some people may not know, I still got a 9 to 5, still got bills to pay. So like I'm humping, I'm juggling. So I appreciate Reggie with his introduction because all these fellas they know how hard, the time I put in, the work that I put in. So I really appreciate you all, spotlighting it and giving me this platform to put myself out there, and I appreciate y'all support, man. Seriously.
Of course, of course.
One thing I'll say is you just saw for those watching, you could see the level of detail and the different designs that goes into my man's artistic skill level. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I can't wait for him to do something for me, but also that lets you know his attention to detail. I mean, he's similar to me in different things that I like to do. It's down to the the hair to the.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll bother him all day if something is out of place. So hit my man up because he gonna make sure your shit is on point. If whether it's a little job or a big job.
I think what to sell myself, I think where I separate myself is I'm gonna take care of any space that you have and treat it as if it's my own. And that's one thing that I stand by. You know what I'm saying? So just leave it up to me, and I'll definitely get you out the way. Call me the room rejuvenator.
I got a question for you, Mr. Trini Picasso. What did you study in college?
Oh, I actually am a fine arts major and an art history minor. So it's coming full circle. Because for a while, you know, coming out of college, you know, I got into food service, you know, got into food service management. So it's kind of like I'm kicking myself in the butt like, man, I kind of wasted money. But then I finally started to, I mean, all my friends, every single last one of you guys on this podcast, and you know, our other friends and family members have supported my journey. And I mean, I can see the excitement that people have for me, that I'm finally utilizing my talent and my skill set, and I'm figuring out a way to monetize it. And I mean, I've had friends comment on and tell me like they actually notice the growth in my product. So, and I do too, but I'm not one to toot my own horn. So when I hear people notice things that I notice without me saying anything, it feels good. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. Every time I see another wall, I just anticipate my next wall. Like, damn, like, oh, and I swear that's it.
The bottom line is that boy good.
That boy good.
I appreciate y'all, man.
But yeah,
let's jump into this thing, Reg, man. I know you wanna kind of kick it off there. Look, that's why I want to let you go ahead and do your thing. You go ahead and get us started, you know.
Well, I was hoping you let me shit on it at the end because y'all the football guys. Out of most of my friends, y'all like this is like 55%, probably maybe even 60% of all my major football fans. But yeah, I mean, you know, these niggas is just proving how fluke they are. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. I don't want to sound like a record. The NFL.
Okay.
The NFL. You know, just let me just catch you up on my NFL stance since the beginning of our journey here. I just stopped supporting them. I was a Cowboys fan for my whole life. I remember
that, yeah.
And yeah, when the Kaepernick shit happened, I didn't stop watching the shit because of Kaepernick. I stopped watching it because they being Jerry Jones, tried to basically insult me as a consumer in my eyes. So when you do the shit, when you I don't know if y'all remember, but it was the whole what the Cowboys gonna do with the kneeling shit, and they went out before the anthem and they know, and I was actually cool with that, right? But then the following week, it was like anybody who kneels, period, after that display will not play on my team. So it's like you basically just saying fuck me as a consumer that consumes your product. You just did some shit that to placate me to just get past the shit, not really visit it. So I stopped fucking with it. And then, you know, they just kept doing things. They either in increments or as an organization that just seemed to just placate to let's get past this fire. Let's put this fire out. And with the latest shit, you know, I've been said on previous episodes that, you know, now the Commanders, I can call them a name, but now they're the Commanders, and I've been said Daniel Snyder dirty as shit, and he does dirty things, and he does things to placate. They hired the black GM or president, I don't know which. Y'all could tell me right after this shit happened with the sexual harassment, like, oh, you know, he changed the name, even though he said he wasn't going to change the name. He had to because he was in trouble. You know, it's not really anything to solve issues or make actual changes as an organization. And then the most egregious shit as of late, as I'm sure y'all know, is the whole Brian Flores situation where, you know, he went to interview for a job. Well, he didn't actually interview yet, but Bill Belichick accidentally texted him congratulating another coach for getting the job that Brian hadn't even interviewed for yet. So that clearly was a violation of the Rooney Rule, which says you have to go ahead, quick. Oh, so at any rate, it was just some bullshit. It's just some bullshit. They got caught doing the shit that this rule was put in place 20 years ago to protect against. It's only one, well, it's more now after the lawsuit got filed. There's 2.5 black coaches now, but at the time when Brian Flores filed the lawsuit, it was just one. It was just Mike Tomlin. So it's just the organizational thing. Why I hate these niggas. I can't do it. I try to hide from the NFL. I can't do it. It's impossible. It's the most popular sport in the world, in the country, not in the world.
It's a country.
Yeah, I can't run from it, unfortunately, but I do my best to stay away from the shit because just as an organization, they're just choosing not to really make a change. And 70% of their workforce that drives all their billions comes from a subset of people that they choose not to recognize, or they just try to keep faking like they are. And that's why I don't fool with them. I can't. Like, it's just, once you see it, you can't unsee it. For all them years I was a Cowboys fan, I was down. I was down with the NFL every Sunday, Super Bowl, all that shit. But once I seen it, I couldn't unsee it.
Right. And I personally believe that you have slightly more animosity towards the Commanders just because of that fact that you were a Cowboys fan, because there is enough to dislike about the team, because there has been negative press over the years. So yeah, there's enough to dislike, but some people are trying to step into the right direction and try to move forward with change. Is it successful all the time? No, it's not. The whole Brian Flores thing, do I fully support it? I sure do. I'm a black coach. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if I was trying to get a job in the NFL, it would be extremely hard. Definitely if I wanted to move up the ranks, become a head coach, I know it would be extremely hard. Shoot, Brian Flores had to realize that he probably won't ever be another coach, head coach in the NFL, because he's shedding light to something that has happened to him. Mm-hmm. He's been replaced by, multi-raced individual who, claims to be a human being and claims that his dad is black, and as my Uncle Shannon said best, is your dad not a human being too? Like, how does that work out?
Wait, what happened?
So Miami has a new head coach, and it's a guy, if you've seen him, he identifies as human, but he's he has some black in him. But if this was in the slave times, he could pass and eat at the table with the plantation owner. You feel me? Like, no,
he's mixed.
So his father is black though?
Supposedly.
Light skin, like the barge level black.
Right. Right. But I'm just saying, the guy who got the job, first of all, it was somebody on ESPN just talking to me. I've known him for 5 years. I didn't know he was black. Like, yeah, I mean,
but that just goes to show quick what exactly what I'm talking about. Because if you pay close attention to what was actually happening with the Dolphins, is they got rid of him, and then take the race shit out of it, right? You got two. Well, I guess you can't take the race stuff out of it, but just look how they set black coaches up. You got first Brian Flores saying the owner was going to pay him to lose $100,000 a game, so that when he go to get that next job, they got a reason to not hire him.
That's on your resume. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, that's his resume, and I respect his integrity just in general, not even just for that fact, but just like Quick just said, he probably not gonna work again just off integrity. He just has integrity. Like, I'm not gonna let y'all do me like this. But secondarily, you got Hugh Jackson in Cleveland. He was 1-31 over I don't know how many years, 2-3 years. And he said he got paid to lose. Like he took the money, which I don't know. You know, I'm not gonna get into whether or not he should have taken the money or not. But he had to go coach in college. Now, because he probably never, if he does, it might be as a coordinator, and he have to work his way back up the ranks. He have to go back down to college and show some type of. But I'm like, you got paid an extra few million for losing, but your reputation is that you're a losing coach, and the whole time your organization wanted you to lose.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But 70, but it's crazy to me that an organization that's 70% black, that's revenue is driven by that, don't care enough about the players. And that's what was made evident to me 4 or 5 years ago when I stopped watching. It was just made evident to me, as an organization, y'all don't care. So even if you try to get Jay-Z in, and now we got, you know, Dre and Snoop and Kendrick and Mary J this Sunday, I'm sure it's gonna be great. I'm not even gonna say I'm not gonna watch it, because how can you run from the Super Bowl? I'm gonna be sitting staring at the corner on Sunday if I don't fucking everybody else is gonna be watching the shit except for me. So I might.
That's not necessarily true, Reggie.
I mean, ain't gonna be working. We ain't gonna be working.
So I mean, yeah, you know.
I'm not worried about no. Don't get me
so I mean, my whole thing is just like, what is it going to take for these? I mean, you know, I'm not wishing death on nobody. It's going to take these old ass owners to die and new people to buy teams, because they keep pulling the wool over niggas' eyes like it's working, and I don't know how they think the shit is still working. Because I mean, I guess it is still working, and that's mostly what I'm mad at, that the shit keep working.
I'll say this: this is a perfect time to see how the NFL and the owners are going to react to this. Like when you get news of owners paying someone to lose games, that changes the integrity of the game. That changes a lot of things, because you're messing up people's careers, because if you're a starting quarterback and you keep losing games, that messes up your bottom line for getting another job. If you're if you're any player on those teams and you keep losing, it messes you up, because there's a reason there. Like if you're losing, if somebody's trying to lose, they're going to do things to try to lose. And it makes you look bad as an individual. It makes you look bad as an assistant coach. It makes you look bad as a player, as a GM. It makes you look bad as a scout. So you're talking about affecting a lot of different people. And when you affect that many people, now you want to see how the NFL is going to respond if they kind of throw more than just sanctions on the owner of Miami. You know what I mean? Like, we'll see how far up the line this case goes. But I want to let me hear Amin or O's perspective on this. You know, I want to, because I already know how you feel on it, Ray. I know you can go all day about him and kind of just easily just kick him in the face
on the Brian Flores part.
Any of it.
Go ahead, Olu.
Yeah, the Flores part, that was bad, like what got out. How he was going to interview for a job that they already had their mind made up because of that rule. So I understand why the rule is in place, you know, to give minorities a shot, but there needs to be some type of adjustment, because it seemed like it's just a checklist for these owners. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part that sucked, because it should be a even playing field. But like if an owner, let's say they do have a coach in mind and he is white, like they feel like, damn, I have to interview this guy just because it's part of the rules, but they really want this particular coach. So it's hard. Like I don't know what they can do to fix this issue, because obviously there's tons of black coaches who are qualified to do this job. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't even know what they can do to help this. And then also I know there's the fact that when people get in these positions like GM positions, it's like a referral, who you know type of thing. So people are going to bring their boys up. So that's another thing too. Like I say, it's like a white GM, and they got like all these other coaches in the pipeline. When they get a job, they're going to bring their people along too. So it's a big dynamic. I don't even know where to start, like how to fix that issue.
Smitty, what you got?
I heard about the Brian Flores part situation, scrolling through Instagram, and I really didn't go into the details, but from the outside looking in, some bullshit. But I mean, I'm basically coming from the same angle you coming from, Reggie, in regards to how they move as an organization. But we kind of all knew that before, even before the Colin Kaepernick thing. We all knew that the NFL was ran by older white men, you know,
Old
what I'm
rich
saying?
men,
Old rich white men. And the majority of the excitement comes from the athletic young black men. You know what I'm saying? So like there's a high level of old rich white men in the box office, and then there's a high level of black players who bring in the revenue that don't have no ownership. Or there's how many black coaches in the league right now?
2.5.
Who they just hired? They just rehired Lovie Smith. I just
Lovie
saw that
Smith.
as well.
Lovie Smith, and then my man, that's a human being.
You giving them a half? You more
But
like a quarter.
the reason
like
I'm giving them a half is because it counts. The reason, so a lot of I listened to Dan Levitard, and they out of Miami, and the plan was what they thought the plan was, and it seemed like it was true, was that they wanted Harbaugh from Michigan because they got close ties. Apparently, Stephen Ross is like the closest thing to Phil Knight to Michigan, and he wanted him. So, but they couldn't just have my man come on. They had to interview minority candidates, right? So then that happened. Everything happened with Brian Flores. My man Harbaugh went to go interview with Minnesota, and then all of a sudden he was like, "I think I'm about to go back to Michigan for a year." But they thought, the Minnesota interview was just let me just go act like I'm shopping myself around the NFL where I want to go coach. But I'm really just going to go to the Dolphins because my man is Stephen Ross. They can't do that because of the Rooney Rule. You have to interview all capable candidates for the job, but they wanted Harbaugh. Harbaugh was like, y'all tripping down there. I'm going back to college. Y'all not about to hem me up as the next white coach after Brian Flores left. So then they go and hire this dude who's probably not a bad coach. I don't watch, but I know that 49ers is pretty decent. He was he offense for them or defense?
He was the offensive coordinator for 1 year.
Oh, well,
this was the first year he's ever been an offensive coordinator in NFL. What
was he before that?
Offensive set him up to fail. So
like run game coach.
I'll be ready in a pipe.
That's what's going on. And they also check in the box of, it's not necessarily a black coach, but it's a minority coach. He's not white. He's a human. So you know what I'm saying? They checking their shit off. But that's why I don't. When you look at it and you see it, I said once you see it, you can't unsee it. So it's just like it's intentional. Like it's just like you just gonna piss on me and tell me it's raining. I can't fuck with you. Like I just can't do it.
I judge Judy. I judge you. Hey, look, I want to ask this because I know
Judy say that. Hold on. Judge Judy said she don't piss on her and tell her it's rain.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't watch.
That's how the show come on.
Go ahead, huh? That's intro.
How the show come on. Like, don't. You ain't never heard her say that.
Hell no, I ain't heard Judge Judy say no shit like that.
You thought you came up with that by yourself?
No, I heard it before. I just didn't get it from Judge Judy.
Yeah, that's the only place. That's the only place I've heard it.
Nah, I heard that shit probably from my old uncle.
Yo, wait, you're telling me Judge Judy's show opens up with her saying that?
Right.
It's in the opening. It's in the opening.
On like in the B-roll.
Yeah, I swear, dog. Y'all gonna look at it now and be like,
I wish your production was set up good enough for you to play it right
now. Technically I could, but I ain't about to fool with it. Y'all don't want to mess nothing up right now. I want to move over to the NBA, man. The trade deadline was just yesterday, and they had to do it by 3:00. And I know Reg and O probably watch a little more basketball than myself. Man, I don't know how much basketball you get to watch, but James Harden apparently requested another trade. Like, but he didn't go. He was very he was very
methodical.
Indirect about it, because he told his agent to kind of demand it, because he demanded to get out of Houston. So now it couldn't be just a year later or however long later, demanding to get out of Brooklyn, and he wanted to go to Philly. But it happened. Now James Harden's in Philly. You got Ben Simmons up in Brooklyn. So apparently the big three in Brooklyn only played 16 games together. Reg, I know that's your squad, so that's why I'm bringing it up. Like,
hey man, it was a failed experiment. I would have loved to see. They would have ran the table every time they played. If I'm not mistaken, they dogged in them 16 games. But last year it was injuries. This year is COVID and injuries. And I don't even really blame Harden for real, because he wanted to go there based on the fact that, you can injuries are unavoidable, because even he got hurt last year and I think this year. And you can't avoid that, but niggas only want to play half the season on away games, and you went there predicated on the fact that, hey, he's a dog, I'm a dog, and KD a dog, and you one dude that only playing half the games, and then KD just got hurt. And
that's not a choice, though. You know what I'm saying? It's because of his stance of COVID, that shot. So we can't blame him too much on that.
I'm saying I don't blame James. Like,
come on,
I don't blame Kyrie either. I'm just saying that James probably wanted to get traded there under that expectation of, we all gonna play together barring injury. What?
So you gonna give him a cop out? So
I'm not giving him a cop out.
Literally, he just literally went somewhere, and then in less than he hasn't even went through 2 whole seasons, and he wants to request to go somewhere else already.
He got traded during the season last year.
Like, dog, what do you mean?
This year,
and he demanded both of them. Like, so if it don't work out in Philly, and he demanded to go somewhere else, you can be like, well, I don't blame James. James, it just was due to. Nah,
it depends on what happens though. So
man, sound like he desperate to me.
But listen though, but this is what I do with sports that Quick don't do with sports. He hated the whole KD to Golden State.
Yes, I hated that too.
But when I look, you hated it too, O?
Yeah.
But see, for me, I look at it like this, and I'm the non-athlete on here. I'm the least. I'll just come out and say it. I'm the least athletic nigga in these 4 boxes. So I think about it from a practical standpoint more than a competitive standpoint. If I go get a job, and Smitty, I know you're gonna agree with me on this because I've seen you do it. If I go get a job, and I'm like, all right, I'm getting this job, I kind of like where it's at or whatever. Then I see a better opportunity. I don't give a fuck if it's 30 days later, 6 months later, 7 months. I'm going to the best opportunity that's available.
Regular job is not professional sports.
But listen what I'm saying. But you're saying it from a competitive standpoint. Now, even if you're looking at it from a competitive standpoint, and y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a sport. I don't play sports. I just watch them. If you go and you say, I want to get traded over here to Brooklyn for the competitive advantage of Kyrie and KD, and then suddenly that's not available to you, then it's like, okay, I don't have the competitive advantage that I originally thought that I had. It doesn't look like I'm going to get that anytime soon. There's no real structure. This nigga's over here,
but it's a thing of loyalty. Right,
at least a little.
And it wasn't over for real. KD is hurt. KD will be back in a couple of weeks. Like,
that's true. I think he could have given him more time.
They still have a shot. You know what I'm saying? It's not over.
Yeah. That's why I yelled out he's desperate. Like, why are you geeking so hard to like bounce around?
Right.
To what? To get a ring or to live in a certain city? Like, what? I don't follow.
Seemed fluke. Like it seemed fluke.
Now, don't get me wrong though. He definitely has a third strike.
He said he will have a hard time finding somebody to present his Hall of Fame speech, because like he's burning bridges everywhere he go. Like, does he have any friends? Like, who's really fucking with him?
Wow. Yeah,
that's true too.
He's moving dirty in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, people request trades all the time, but like the way he's moving is not a good look.
I think, and also I'm not gonna lie, he does have a third strike with me. If he get over here with Embiid when he in MVP mode and just don't like this little thing and that little thing, and then want out again after a year or less, or 2 years or less, even, I'll be like, all right, dog, sit your crying ass down.
Like,
No,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like the
At this point,
So, hold on.
You gotta
Go
make
ahead,
it work. Otherwise, you look like an idiot.
Right. So this is my thing, Reg. How you cool with it right now? But if he do it again, then you mad.
Because Reggie said that'll be his
now,
third
because
strike.
now,
You give him 3 strikes.
because now
Man.
but listen though, because now you out of excuses, because I could see some shit that's unforeseen. I like that job over there till I get over there, and like I said, I'm not tripping off Kyrie. I'm not castigating him for his decision. I'm just saying from James's perspective, he had a outlook on what it was going to be when he got over there, so that they can win, and they would have been able to run the table. Just think about if he played. Whatever his decision is his own as a man. I'm not going to get on Kyrie for that. But I'm saying, just imagine if he did play with injury, they would have been dogging right now. But James had to pretty much, instead of being the third best or second best player, was he the third or second best? Second or third best player. He's carrying the squad now. And they traded pieces away to get James. So now he's running up and down the court by himself with not good, role players. I mean, they're not horrible, but they're not as good as the people that gave up.
COVID is here. Everybody's dealing with COVID. Like, shit happens, man.
Shit happens. Be the ball player that you're supposed to be, James Harden. I thought he was a ball player.
Listen, he better go over there and dog.
I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say this, Reg. The reason I don't like it is because it come off like some sucker shit. Like, that's why I don't like it. That's why I didn't like the KD thing. And I don't think KD a sucker. It's like, I don't think James a sucker, but that's how I come across. And as a competitor, you don't never want to see somebody just hop team to team because it looks like you're hopping because you think that team's better. And it's like,
KD didn't do that, but James is definitely doing that. KD didn't do that.
That's what everybody does it for. The bottom line, when people
listen, what I'm saying.
You are tripping.
When people jump
the best team in the league. What are you talking about, KD?
Stop jumping me right now. Let me tell y'all what I'm trying to say.
Because
KD is my favorite player, so there's bias in here. Let me say that, but I do feel like I have a valid point when it comes to the Golden State shit. Yes, they were a better team from the team that he was on. That part is true. But I don't believe that was the sole reason he decided. I think that's what James is doing. James is like, they're better, so I have to do less. That's what it looks like. James.
But you said you cool with that too.
But hold on, I'm cool with a better situation as just a job. Like, that's a better situation for me. Y'all said,
man, don't try to mix it up now. Don't try.
I'm not mixing it up. I'm saying he likes it better. I'm saying that's what James is doing. I didn't say I had a problem with it. I'm saying that I don't think that KD, when y'all niggas, I know you follow KD. Darian is not a big basketball guy. KD is a basketball freak. This nigga will watch 5-year-olds play basketball if it was on TV. Listen to what I'm saying to you. You don't have to care. It's what I'm just giving you insight as to why he made the decision. I'm saying that he was like, all right, that's a better brand of basketball than look at Russell Westbrook now and that brand of basketball. That's who he was married to at the time. So yeah, the team was better, but he looking at, okay, this brand of basketball that's being played, this jack shit that Russell is on, I'm not with that. I want to go into a system that I fit in. Then he went over there and was the best nigga on the team, even though they was a dog, and because as a group they were all great and they just ran the table on niggas. That's not the reason he went. Everybody try and paint it like that's the reason he went over there so they could run the table. They played a brand of basketball that fitted him. That passing back and forth between Russell Westbrook and everybody else is scrub, and there was no real structure or brand of basketball for somebody who's a basketball head. Like this, all this nigga lives and breathes basketball his entire life. He was drawn to that. Nigga could have went anywhere with other good players and did a three-peat and probably went to the finals. Niggas forgot that Golden State beat KD, but they lost in the finals in 7 games to LeBron and a group of scrubs that year. So this nigga went over there mainly because he liked the brand of basketball. Obviously, the team was better, but it wasn't the sole reason. I believe James, because they gave James every opportunity in Houston. They gave him anybody he wanted. Take Chris Paul, take Russell, take just giving them people. Dwight Howard for 6-7 years. Then he was like, nah, I ain't fucking with you. I ain't showing up to practice. I'm fat. You ain't never seen KD just give up on the game of basketball. If he's able to play, he gonna play and bring his best foot forward. James wasn't giving a fuck. Like, no, I'm not fucking with y'all, even though they did everything they possibly could for him. Then he went over the thing, and then they did everything they possibly could for him over there. He like, I'm not fucking with it, like O just said. But I'm like, all right, I get it to a certain extent. You were sold something and you didn't get that. All right, leave that team. But now if you go over here and you find some shit to complain about, that's on you. Like, he has a very small out. I'm not saying I completely understand, but that's where I'm at with that.
I'll say this. You giving KD such a cop out right now. Such a cop out. Like, you started your argument with KD watches. Huh?
He giving KD or James Harden a cop out?
Both of them. But I'll say he started with KD. KD watches 5-year-olds play basketball. Doesn't have to do with anything. My argument about that trade, or about him going there, it wasn't a trade. My argument was the team had just won the most games in NBA history. Right, Olu?
Mm-hmm.
And lost.
Okay, they just won the most games in NBA history. Right. And they beat his team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right.
And they was up 3-1. And he chose to join that team. Okay. All I'm saying is, as a competitor, that ain't how people normally roll. Because if I'll give you an example. If we playing street ball, we at the gym, we playing ball. Let's say we at the gym, we playing ball. In a team, we up on a team 14-2, and they come back and beat us 21-17. I'm not gonna get off my team and say, "Hey, y'all want one?"
Yeah.
You know how I know you lying? You know how I know you lying right now?
Now hold on. Let because you just went for. Go ahead, O.
Oh, I would just pick back what you want. Like, oh yeah, you want one?
Right? Like what? That ain't how it work. Mm-hmm. What? Go ahead, Reg.
In basketball, you're probably not lying right now. I believe 100. You're 100% being truthful. But O was there when we was playing spades, and I was on your team, and I was sorry as fucking spades. And Amin was there too, as a matter of fact. And motherfucker, you was like, all right, we played the game, and I was some shit, and I quickly was like, you quickly look for somebody. Let me get on somebody else's team who just won, because I want to win. Reg, you got
I started a whole nother organization.
They're not the same, man. That's
like not the same.
It's all competitive. Hey, look, I know, but I'm saying he applying the same logic. How is that not the same?
Yeah, this Bama literally just tried to compare. You know you sorry at Spades. You know you can't play.
You knew I was sorry too. So what are we talking about here? Just like KD knew all of them niggas was sorry, except for jacking ass. That nigga knew all they ass was sorry. He said, you know what? You know what? They got the best. That other person over there might have been O. I think I got up. No, O was on the other team whooping our ass because I was sorry. So I think O was on the other team. I can't quite remember. But
hold on. Okay, look. Out of town?
When we was down at the beach that time years ago, and my partner was ready to whoop my ass because Darian left my team and went, and I think it was him and O. And we talked about this
we
before.
Beat the shit out of them. Oh, I remember that. We
talked about this before, and actually, our girl, shout out to Mo. She DM'd us, is like, don't we talk about my friend like that? Because her friend was ready to fuck me up because I reneged. And I was like, listen, bro, we talked about this shit on the show before, but y'all wasn't on here. So Darian went hurry up and join Olu, the Super Golden State Warrior Olu, to come back and whoop me.
Olu was Golden State.
Why wasn't you loyal to me? It's about loyalty, right? You should have stuck it out with the sorry Spades nigga. You made me get up. I damn near got cut at the beach. Because you wasn't loyal to your friend.
Hold on.
Look at Smitty. Yeah.
Smitty. First of all, he's trying to compare himself. Now you're trying to compare yourself to Russell Westbrook of Spades.
No, I'm not. I'm comparing myself to the other side.
You're more of
Vlade
the,
Divac.
hey,
Exactly.
you ever seen that video? You ever
Jeremy
seen
Lamb. Who
that
was on-
movie? Hold on. You ever seen that movie, Alone Came Polly, when the white dude be like, let it rain?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
more like him in spades versus Russell
Exactly.
Westbrook.
Exactly. So I'm talking
He
about the
shouldn't
other
even been
three
on the
starters.
court.
No, I'm talking about the other
They're
three
all
starters.
stars.
Them niggas shouldn't have been on
Jordan
the court either.
Marisol.
You shouldn't even have been on the table.
Anyway, I
Vlade
was on the
Divac.
table and I was your teammate.
I know Vlade Divac's a Hall of Famer, man.
He all right.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't hate
Hey.
on him that much.
Hey, he was more of
I was Jeremy
what's my-
Lamb, rookie year.
Nah,
I was
nah,
Jeremy Lamb,
what's-
rookie year.
What's my man? That was always on Shaq and the Food. You more of him when he played
That
for the
nigga was
Wizards.
three-time champion too, because his
No,
team
but when he
started out
played
with
for the
him.
Wizards,
Oh,
you him when he played
right.
for the Wizards.
JaVale
McGee,
McGee.
JaVale McGee for the Wizards.
he tried to make me as the sorriest state possible. Like, come on, he trying to shit on me, but the point still stands. Smitty with me, we 50 on this because Smitty understands the
Smitty
fucking.
not with you.
He is with you with the premise of nigga, we teammates. We going.
I'm with the premise that when we was playing, yes, when y'all was playing spades, Darian, you carried that Bama. So you carried that man.
See, he done took it all the way to a two-man sport.
It
Hold
don't
on,
matter.
hold
We
on, hold on.
teammates.
You know
no,
what?
but
You know what?
I'm going off. I'm
Nope.
going off what my man O said, which is about loyalty. You my teammate, nigga. Be loyal to me and my
Got
religion.
you.
We
We
going
got
down
a
together.
tiebreaker in here. We 50-50 right now. We 50-50 right now. We're gonna introduce our last guest who's gonna be the tiebreaker on this debate. We on here talking about James Harden jumping team to team, and when KD jumped from OKC to up there with Golden State as if they needed them because they just won a championship. All I want to know is from our last man. I'll let Reg introduce him. All I'm asking him is to break the tie. Was it a sucker move for James to keep demanding trades or not? That's all I'm asking.
So
You want to introduce him?
this
Who
next
coming
guest
on, Reg?
is a Twitter savant. He has he I'm surprised he may not even be able to fit on in this video platform because his opinions is so strong and so is his shoulders. Give it up for the internet legend, my nigga, Dirty Harry, aka DeionSlanders, aka Nah.
What's up, dog? Why you gotta say my shoulders are strong as shit?
Look
nigga?
at
as you're rubbing them.
God damn. Nigga lift a couple weights. Now he
Man, listen, that hoodie is having a hard time.
huh?
That's all about.
That hoodie
Hey man,
wearing
now
you.
forget all that. Reggie trying to butter you up. He was trying to butter you up so you could be on his side.
I
How
don't
you
give a
feel
fuck if
about
ain't
this
nobody on
James
my
Harden
side.
trade? How you
The
feel about
James
this
Harden trade. If this is like 10 years ago when the NBA, like before LeBron did the whole, where is he going to shit, I'd have probably been like mad as shit, like, dog, why you staying with the team that drafted you? Now this shit is like regular. Niggas be like, yo, get me the fuck out of here. And it's honestly, if it ain't working, all right, nigga, go ahead, do what you want to do, get out of here. Like, shit, fuck it, dog. Just go. If it ain't working, dog, just go ahead and leave. I can't.
In the middle.
I ain't gonna try to make somebody stay somewhere he don't feel like he want to be there. They said that nigga didn't like. He said that nigga hated the strip clubs. That's why he wanted to be out of there. He got so used to being down there in them Houston strip clubs that going to New York, them shit's lacking.
I did hear he didn't like living in New York though.
Huh?
So I remember I did hear he didn't like living in New York. So that could be. I know that was a deciding factor too.
Yeah. I wouldn't want it.
But that's a fluke. If I'd have heard that, I'd have been on board with you. Like, nigga, you don't like where you live. You at work, nigga. The fuck you talk about?
Hey,
yeah, that's hilarious. But look, I'll give it to you. Kanal came in and he split the tie. He on your side, so y'all got that one. You know, y'all got that one, man. That's
Hold up. What did Reggie? I didn't get. Reggie feels like James
he
Harden
feel like he should be able to just move when he want to move. You know,
Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I didn't say that, but that's okay. We ain't gonna harp on it. That's not what I said, but okay.
I 10 years ago, I'd have felt differently. Like, nah, stay with the same team. But now,
yeah. All I know is it's a sucker move, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Let's jump. We're gonna jump to our next topic, fellas. I'm glad we got everybody here. I'm gonna just play the video, let y'all see it, and we gonna see.
I'm making this video to talk about the most regretful and shameful thing that I've ever had to talk about publicly. There's a video that's out that's a compilation of me saying the N-word. Now, I know that to most people, there's no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that word, never mind publicly on a podcast. And I agree with that now. I haven't said it in years, but for a long time, when I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation, instead of saying the N-word, I would just say the word. I thought as long as it was in context, people would understand what I was doing.
That's fine.
So
y'all go.
So I'll say this. That apology was about 4 minutes long. I did cut it up to get the context, just the first part of basically him saying that you know, he apologized. Well, not apologize. He just was saying he now understands how he can't do that, even though he was using the N-word is what he uses now in context. He was saying how he would, you know, just copy what other people said, or, you know, use it as a reference to a joke that he heard or something like that. I don't give a fuck where he heard it at. He knew and he knows that he can't say that. He can't say nigga. Like, he know he can't. But to go on his podcast for years and just be like, oh, well, you know, such and such said it, so I was just saying it how he said it. It don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And we know we're in the midst of cancel culture. And this is like a prime example of somebody who deserves to be in that realm. It's like, bro, what you mean now you get it? It's 2022. You knew back in the 60s and the 70s you couldn't say it. So what you talking about now you realize you can't say it? You knew then. It's just you wasn't on a platform where people called you out on it, because back then when you said it on your podcast, nobody probably called you out on it. Because of your audience, they didn't say anything. But now we have platforms, we have places where people can speak their mind and express how they feel about people doing things like this. Now all of a sudden, folks want to come on and apologize because they want to keep that revenue stream coming in. Fuck them. That's how I feel about it.
What y'all think? I'm gonna go last.
I agree. He's a comedian. I'm sure he's been around plenty of black comedians that have said jokes and been like, I can say it, but nigga, you can't say that shit.
Nah,
so I don't know why.
He knows better. He should have known better.
Right. You should know better. Like, you've seen plenty of times out here where videos that go viral, somebody a white dude getting his ass beat down over saying the N-word, and it's just like, bro, you know not to say it. Like, why is it now in 2022, like Quick said, that you just learning that you shouldn't say it in any type of context?
So publicly on a platform, on the whatever, even though his podcast was popular back then, like, you're just saying it freely, like, it not.
Daring other white people to say it.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That shit was that was the most egregious shit to me.
Like he knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
He knew it was wrong. He's just trying to save face right now.
Yeah, because he ain't trying to get that cancel and try to lose that.
He's the biggest
Spotify contract. Right?
The biggest.
I mean, he's the biggest what?
Trying to save face.
Podcaster. He's the biggest. I mean, I think really he put it on the map. I'm talking about, I remember seeing Joe Rogan for the first time at Quick's house, at Quick's mama's house. This is how young we was. In his bedroom in the basement, Quick had an iPod. And it was the first time, and it was Joe Rogan's podcast was on that. I mean, that's how long he's been doing the turn wheel iPod, not the iPod Touch, the joint with the wheel on the front. I'm saying like he's been doing it for a long time. So like I said,
you said I had him on my iPod?
No, you didn't have the episode downloaded, but that was like the first time it was like the first pinwheel joint that you could connect to Wi-Fi. And you had movies and shit on.
I was making sure I ain't have him on my iPod.
That was the first time I had even seen a podcast, like the word podcast or what it was. I didn't pay no attention, but I remember seeing Joe Rogan because it couldn't have been more than 15 total.
You're welcome, Reg. I introduced you to the world.
Nigga, shut up. You didn't even know it's on there until I just told you. But I mean, Joe Rogan, like I said, he knows better. He $100 million guy through Spotify. I don't really watch his shit. I watch it sometimes, like when there's people I'm interested in on there, and it may just be the clip. But it seems to me he's more of a contrarian of sorts. He's just a person when you look at, they've been after him for the last year and a half because of his stance against getting vaccinated or what have you, and that's a divisive topic for a lot of people. I'm not even tripping on what he chooses to say or what he chooses not to say. But they say he, when you look at the things he does and you even look at the little insignia, he has that pyramid with the eye in it, which is representative to a lot of conspiracy theory. He delves deep into those things, which is his prerogative. But it seems to me he looks at certain things, it could be anything, like using the N-word as something that, let me just find the other side of this and go there because I have to. It's out of the realm of comedian because his podcast is not a funny one. He talks to comedians, but most of the time on the shit that I see, he's just having conversations with people, maybe about comedy, maybe about the UFC because he's into that, maybe about movies, maybe about whatever. He's just talking like most podcasts do. He's not trying to be funny. He's not doing a routine. So he just, you know what I'm saying? Now he's saying, I stopped saying it years ago. But if you felt like you was really in the wrong years ago, you would have came out years ago and said, I know I did this in the past.
Last week, man.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said he ain't stopped saying. He probably said it last week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know if you noticed, he said something. He made a comment about an apology. Oh, he realized he should have been saying that publicly. I don't know if you caught that.
Right.
And the only reason, just on a side note, outside of the N-word is never the act, is what the act causes. And the N-word didn't really cause him to lose any money. It was the misinformation that was said he was said to be spewing on the podcast that really lost the money because large music acts were pulling their music from Spotify. You had $4 billion losses in a day. Now all of a sudden you got that video that Quick just played. But without that, Spotify stuck by him. They still gonna pay him the $100 million, but it's like, it's whatever.
For what? For his podcast?
Yeah, he got I think it's $100 million. It could be
that was his deal.
Yeah, it could be more than that. It was a multi-year deal.
So him saying the N-word, is that him saying the N-word? Is that going to jeopardize his well-being, his legacy, his family, whatever children he got?
I don't think so.
No.
So
nah.
Why are we wasting our breath?
I think the only thing it can affect is his future.
Yeah, future dealings.
That was my whole
But we just said that he got $100 million deal with Spotify.
He already signed a deal.
He's straight.
I mean, they could let him go.
Yeah.
They could let him go.
Everybody always wants more, but Joe Rogan is going to be okay. Fuck him, like Darian said.
I'm here.
Fuck him.
Say whatever he got in his bag, yo.
I'm mad at the black people that said the black celebrities that say Joe Rogan ain't racist. Like bullshit.
Well, he very well. I'll delve into the man. I'm not defending that man. The
Yeah,
fact
that's
that
my
he
thing.
said
Like, why you
he might not be, but that don't make the act any less egregious. It ain't gonna
right?
make me say fuck him no less. So what I really think was the black people were mainly comedians that were defending him. Chappelle being one, Rollins
India
being one,
Marie,
Darian
India Ari
Sanders,
coming out of nowhere saying that shit. I was like,
Well,
wow.
hold on. Who defended him?
India Ari.
Chappelle.
India
I thought
Ari.
India Ari just said she was leaving Spotify because they was.
But then she came back. I definitely seen somebody come. She came back and said she defended Joe Rogan and said like he ain't racist. I'm like, wait, what? Like, yeah, it's a lot of people that have come out and said that Joe
You
ain't
ain't
racist.
gotta be you don't have to
But
be
you just
racist
defending
to
them. I'm
say
like, come
racist
on,
shit.
bro.
Right. But
You don't
one
like
thing I want to
it's not
clarify.
one and the same.
One thing I want to clarify, she originally left Spotify not because of Joe Rogan, but because of what Joe Rogan was saying in reference to the vaccine. And she was Neil Young, who's a major music producer, a nigga I didn't know before, a white man, but a person I didn't know at all before the story came out. But apparently he's, he got it as far as publishing. He's a music legend apparently. So if once he pulled all his shit down, he pulled a good percentage of the streaming off. Then other artists start following suit based on vaccine misinformation. Then the N-word stuff came out, and what she said was, I want to correct my statement in reference to him being a racist because I don't know that. And the reason why you gotta be careful with that is you gotta go with what's provable. So if Joe Rogan wanted to be a dickhead and sue her, she can't prove that he's a racist in the court because he said the N-word, because he hasn't had any other adverse actions to prove that. So you gotta say that.
And in this country, a guy that got $100 million can get the type of lawyers that can argue a case for you to say that's defamation of character.
Exactly.
Thing is, we so small and minute here. I can call his ass a racist and say fuck him because that's how I feel. And only reason I'm saying is because he did some racially charged things. Even if he's not a racist, he said something that is racist.
Well, the two shits that got me quick was, and we get off it after this, but one was the fucking you're smart. He was talking to a mixed race person. I was black and we had a black parent and a white parent, and he said the white parent, you get the best of both worlds. You get the athletic, I'm paraphrasing, the athletic body and the physical attributes of a black person and the brain of a white person. Who the fuck you talking about? Joe Rogan. What the fuck you talking about? And why would whoever, I don't even know who he was talking to, but whoever he was talking to should have stole his ass. The second thing was when he was like, yeah, I thought we were in Planet of the Apes. He was in the black neighborhood and he thought he was in Planet of the Apes. Like, nigga, come on, bro. Like, you can't defend it. So I'm not saying I can't prove that he's a racist, but I could still say fuck him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have no conversation with or about it. But like Smitty said, nigga got 100 million. The company didn't, because they can cut him off. They could say we're ending our relationship with Joe Rogan based on these facts, but they didn't do that. Yeah. They took down the episodes that he said nigga in them, 100 and some episodes, and kept it moving. That was it.
100 plus episodes.
That's how many they took down?
100 plus.
Took down. I don't know if it was
put like this. I mean, we don't have 100 episodes, but we say nigga in it.
Goddamn, that apology looks like his publicist is there like this with signs.
I know. Hey, look. And he talking about something I know now.
I wish you would sleep right now.
Hey, man. Hey, this is something we do every episode. And I want us to do it here, with you guys on. If you could think of something, if you can't, it'll be great. But we always talk about what we're watching at the time. I'm gonna kind of give everybody time to kind of speak on whatever it is you watching, or you could talk about what you're listening to too. Let's add that, what you watching or what you listening to at the time. Kanal, because you was here last, I'm gonna go ahead and get you up first. Tell the people what you watching, what you listening to, man.
Honestly, I really ain't been watching or listening to really shit right now. I just been too busy doing other shit. So right now I ain't the best person. I ain't even watching none of the normal shows like I should be. Like, I'm a huge Star Wars fan and I have not watched Boba Fett. I've really fallen off on everything. I'm ashamed of myself. So
So what do you want to watch?
I should be watching Boba Fett. I should be watching probably Euphoria. Like, nigga, I ain't even watch the last season of Insecure. Like, I'm fucking up. Like, I'm really am fucking up right now. I have not watched anything. Yeah. I haven't really haven't been watching anything. Like, usually I'm just listening to the same music I always listen to.
What's that?
That's that. You listen to that rock shit. It's about drive. It's about power.
I don't know how Reggie know me for 20 years, and I don't know how this nigga don't know what I listen to, dog.
I'm just fucking with you.
I never would listen to no bullshit like that. Fuck out.
Right. Right. That's Kanal telling Reggie to shut his ass up.
I ain't never listened to no bullshit
drive,
like that.
About power.
Right.
In my mind, I picture Kanal in the gym when fucking Reggie said that, yeah.
I ain't never listened to no shit like that ever in my life.
Hey, look. Hey, man, we're gonna rock with you next, Ross.
I am mainly scrolling through Instagram and Facebook, going back and forth.
I do a lot of that shit.
I don't watch much TV, but I did get into Ozarks. I did watch that. So it felt good to binge something, but I'll be at work. I'll be working.
Yeah.
My guy, appreciate it, dog. Oh, what you watching, listening to these days?
All right, Ozark. So it was amazing. Just finished that. What else? Money Heist was lit. Just finished that. I know Kanal mentioned Insecure. Watched that when it came out. Power Ghost. Just had a season finale this past Sunday. Watched that. And Euphoria. Euphoria is a real good show too.
Man.
What's that one about? I keep hearing about that.
Euphoria. I don't even know how to explain it, man. It's
Some high school kids them high school kids getting high as shit.
Mhm.
I mean,
Hey, it make me nervous to have my daughter grow up. I know that.
But it's extreme though.
yeah.
Everybody's going like
Motherfuckers be getting whacked.
I tell you, I was scared to watch Euphoria because I have a teenage daughter. So the first season when that shit came out a couple years ago, I just didn't watch. When I heard a little bit about it, I said I can't watch that shit.
I honestly would let my kid watch that.
You said what?
I feel like I would let my kid watch it.
Yeah.
I know there was the big thing with like Dare saying like, "Oh, Euphoria is a bad show to promoting drugs and stuff," and I'm like, "What?" If I was a teenager watching that, maybe one not to do drugs.
Right.
Teenager. Oh,
Honestly, I think they push a lot of kids into doing drugs.
We old-fashioned teenagers, man.
Push a
Teenagers
lot of-
now.
push a
If
lot of
it's
kids
on,
into doing
if it's
drugs.
on TikTok or
That's the real
goddamn
about drugs at
YouTube,
all. Unless people know like drugs will fuck you up.
we was the worst thing we was doing as teenagers, if that.
Mhm.
And it was, these jokers.
Pills, lean.
it's
But
the
I think-
pills, man. The pills, they fucking them pills up.
I mean,
Bill Cosby.
I really think Smitty would enjoy it because of the way it's artfully shot.
Oh yeah, it's
But it is
definitely-
an extreme version of. I hope it's not that crazy out there because that's just gonna make me clutch. My daughter, my own daughter even tighter. But like you said, it's something. It is. If you seen this last episode, I went back and watched it, John, twice. You watch it quick?
I don't know if I can watch it twice. Like I remember,
haven't seen
I
it
was
yet.
silent for like 30 minutes watching it.
Yeah. Nah,
How
I was.
intense that shit was.
It was.
What is it on?
You can hear a pin drop.
It's
My-
on HBO. So Zendaya is the main character, and she's addicted to pills. And she,
What a pill.
Yeah, like all the pills. Like she goes
Don't
crazy with the shit. But I'm
give
not
them all
giving
of it. Yeah, don't
I'm
give them
not
all
giving
of
them
it.
all of it. I'm just saying that's the premise. She do it every fucking episode. I ain't giving nothing away. Shit.
I'm just saying, some people gonna watch this and they
Got
may
these
never seen
battles
it.
through it. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I say, a season 2, episode 5, without giving it away, is the absolute best performance I've ever seen. And if you
From
once you
who?
get to that
Zendaya?
episode, you cannot say it's a glorification of drug use. Once you get to
Okay.
that episode,
I gotta watch it.
You
I've
can't-
only seen season 1.
yeah,
I've
you,
only seen season 1. So, Reg, what you watch and listen to these days, man?
so we got Euphoria out the way. Power Tommy and Power Ghost was like that.
Honestly, yep.
Yo,
Part-
I cannot keep up. Yo.
But
Power,
one
what?
thing about Power is it's bad, especially with Power Ghost, is bad acting. Like everybody was going on a nigga Zeke. I don't know if Quick seen it, but his acting was bad, and it's more of a soap opera premise, but it's slightly better. It's just good enough for me to keep watching it. It's not as bad as the last 2 seasons of Power, where I just gave up on the original Power, where I just gave up. But 50,
How many versions of Power is there now?
so now it's 4. And we've been off for so long, we missed the whole Kanan Power, which was fire. The prequel, which was about Kanan 50 Cent's character. That's probably been the best one so far. Tommy just started last week, so we're gonna see how Tommy's goes. But that Kanan joint, which is based in the early 90s, was like that. I like that one the best so far. They got really good cast on that joint. I'm also watching all the shit Dirty Harry was talking about. I'm into the Marvel and the Star Wars shit, so I've been watching all of that. Hawkeye was pretty good. It was pretty good. It wasn't the best at all the Marvel shows, but I liked it. I liked that they
was enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? Lighthearted.
It was. I like that they put the Kingpin back in there. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And shit, it's just so much shit on due to COVID. I guess COVID started to produce shows that's coming out back to back to back now. You don't gotta wait 3 or 4 months. I ain't really ran out of shit to watch. It's always something on.
Star's been doing a good job with that.
Yep.
Right after BMF was there, and after BMF, Ghost was there. Now the Tommy joint.
Exactly. That's another show I watched. BMF. Abbott Elementary is good.
Oh, that's
the
good.
black shows.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that.
So the meme, because I know Amin is on Instagram. He don't watch TV, but he on Instagram. Smitty, you familiar with the old video of the youngin at the movie theater? She was on a date and he was like, "Yeah, let me get an extra large popcorn." And the girl was like, "Oh, you got money." So anyway, that same girl, for those who are familiar with that same girl is who created Abbott Elementary and got it on TV. So she came all the way up. So I was glad to see that coming.
Yeah, I seen her on one of them late night shows, and they had her actual teacher, Miss Abbott, came on a video call.
Yeah. That was tight. So I'm happy for that story. And then what I'm ready for, because there's plenty of shows like it. We've been off for so long. I didn't watch so many series since we've been off. But what I'm ready for, Atlanta coming back next month, Snowfall coming back this month in a couple of weeks. And
Reggie, you're geeked right now.
Nigga, I mean, if you was a TV watcher,
it's his favorite part of the pod, dog.
Listen, bro.
And then the Batman in March.
Amazing TV on right now, man.
Batman, the movie coming out in a couple of weeks. So I'm an entertainment nigga. I like technology, and I like, you know what I'm saying, cinema and the fine things. But anyway, that's what I'm on.
Cool. I ended off with what I'm watching. I'll start first. I started listening to Yo Gotti's new album. Everybody that know me know I'm a big Yo Gotti fan, man. I only got through like 3 songs. I kept putting them jokes on repeat. Cold Gangster is my jam right now, dog. Like when it come on, like I'm a cold gangster. I was like, yeah, old Gotti back.
What the CM10 joint?
Yeah.
Double disc joint.
Heard his double disc, so I got a lot of songs to get through. I'm excited about that journey. Things I'm watching, stuff that haven't mentioned. First, I haven't watched a lot of that stuff y'all watch. One thing is, after with the football season, I was busy. So that ended, and then the baby was born literally 2 weeks later. So been kind of busy with that. We've been watching a few things, but I know one thing y'all didn't mention that I watched was the Tinder Swindler. I watched that jump, and
I have like 30 minutes left. When you
bruh,
call,
I'm not gonna ruin it for nobody, but you know,
where are all
ending,
these shows on?
bro,
on
Netflix.
Netflix.
So the Tinder Swindler's on Netflix, and I'll say this about the ending: it's just
For real?
that's the ending.
I got like 20, 30 minutes left.
The last like 15 minutes, I swear, bro, you're gonna be like, are you kidding? Like,
Okay.
unreal.
Okay,
For it to be real life, it's unreal. It's almost unbelievable, but it's real. You know what I mean? And that's the craziest part about it. You know, I feel bad for the victims. It is what it is, but I feel extremely bad.
It's called Tinder what?
It's called the Tinder Swindler. Like swindle.
Like, oh, he swindled us.
Swindler. That Joan, right now, me and my wife have been watching The Walking Dead. We're all the way up to season 6. So I think she's never seen it. So it is entertaining. We watch like 2-3 episodes a day. And now I got the baby sitting here looking at it like this. She be watching that show. So, they she gonna be ready for the zombie apocalypse if it ever happens. Of course, I'm excited about Snowfall coming back. I watched BMF when that was out. I've actually haven't watched Power. Shoot, the last time I watched Power, Ghost was alive. So I heard somebody say he was dead, and I was like, "What?" So I'm not even going to try to catch up with that. I'm done with that. It is what it is. I'm sure
I started Power last year.
Wow. Yeah, I ain't messing with it, dog. It's too much. It's too much. Right now, I'm excited.
Social media.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of stuff.
Everybody say everybody and people. So, and I don't like the aspect that people can't hold their water. It's like soon something happened, people start talking about it. So I don't know how y'all can watch that.
Day, you know what I'm saying?
It's like I can't do that.
Social media hysteria kills a lot of stuff.
It kills it. That's what I try to watch stuff that's like outside.
Yeah, I stay off. I know I haven't watched them.
Yeah.
Like,
so
movies come out. Like
facts. I know I'm excited about the Super Bowl this weekend. I think it's gonna be one of the
who in the Super Bowl?
Cincinnati Bengals.
That's wild.
And the Rams
are playing against the LA Rams.
That's
like
crazy.
It's the craziest thing ever. I think it's gonna be one of the most competitive Super Bowls we've had in a long time. Because you have two teams who nobody would have predicted either one of these teams being in the Super Bowl at the beginning of the season.
Is Aaron Donald playing?
Yup.
Yeah, he's playing.
Von Miller too.
Yeah.
Then why
I think
I'll root for the Rams.
Okay. And I'll say this. I think that the Rams has the most dominant defensive line, one of the most dominant defensive line in NFL history, with what they've assembled. I think Shane McVay is a hell of an offensive coach, a hell of an offensive play caller. I just think them young dogs in Cincinnati are hungry and ready. I wish Chase would have got me some more points my last week in fantasy football. He cost me $400, but I mean, dog, he had like 3 catches in that game. I'm like, dog, what is going on? You've been balling all year. Then all of a sudden he ain't get nothing. So I just think it's inevitable. I always, if my team not gonna be there, which they never are, if my team's not there, I try to go for the black quarterback. No black quarterback, go for the black coach. Of course, there's no black coach in there because we don't get opportunities. So it's like right now, I'm familiar with Shane McVay, somebody who we let get away from our team, our home team. So I'm gonna go for him. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I was a big Rams fan back in the day. So that's probably where I'm gonna go, Kanab. But I really wouldn't. I would love the story of, Joe Burrow getting drafted, 2 years ago or a year ago, coming in and then getting his teammate Chase to come in with him, and them boys, win a championship. I will say there are two local guys, probably more.
A few local guys. It's
probably more. But it's 2 kids from St. John's. One on the Bengals, one on the daggone Rams, who be playing against each other. Who were fortunate enough to play with each other in high school. Shoot, I remember coaching against Terrell Lewis dude was an animal when he was 18, so he looked even bigger now. You know,
What do you play
Rams,
when you coach
he
the
played
game?
outside linebacker. He played for the Rams. Yeah, man. He was playing outside linebacker in high school. He was 6'4", like 250. He looked kind of like the Under Armour man. You know, the dude that used to be in the store and they'll just dress him up just big for no reason. Dude was playing defensive end wearing jersey number 1 that big. I'm like, this is the biggest number 1 I ever seen in my life. He ended up going to
Who did he play
Alabama.
for?
Huh?
Who did he play for in high school?
St. John's.
Oh, okay.
So he
It's
went
a
from
few
there,
dudes.
went to Alabama, and he got drafted to the Rams. So you know, but it's gonna be a great game. I don't know where I'm gonna watch it just yet, but you know, y'all watch it. You know, I'm on more for the commercials. I just like the sport of football. I can really care less who wins. I know my wife said, "Who you going for?" Honestly, I can care less who wins. I'm not gonna be happy or mad
Same
with
here.
the outcome of the game. You know, and I just want to see a good football game without referee interference. You know, just let them boys play ball. You know, halftime show I think is gonna be one of the best ever. You know, that lineup is crazy. I don't quite know why Mary J. Blige is there, but you know, apparently she's on power.
What you mean she
Huh?
on power? That's why.
Yeah, but everybody else a West Coast rapper. It's like,
Not Eminem.
oh, I didn't know Eminem was performing. I didn't hear him. I didn't hear his name. Was he just added?
I think 50 gonna come
Nah, he
out.
been on the list. He been on the list since they announced it.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear. Well,
And Snoop Dogg just bought Death Row. They cooking something up.
No, I know everybody
With Grease.
use this opportunity for marketing and publicity. You know, Murray just dropped their album today.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, it's a nice.
It's a perfect
nice
time.
Yeah,
It's a perfect time. You know, but I'm they don't even let you do that, do they? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put me back down here with you, Reg. Bro, we back.
We back.
Reg, we back, dog. It's been a long time. I've been anticipating this for a very long time. You know, this is something that we've talked about. I've had people call me, ask me, "Hey, when y'all podding again? When y'all podding right now?" You know, and I want to thank all y'all for being on here, man. It's a big deal. You know what I mean? It's a big deal. This is something that we started right when COVID got started back in March 2020. You know, and it's February. Oh yeah, we started before the lockdown. We started before the lockdown.
Yep.
You know, and since Red's son is growing. Son growing. Kana has since moved. What did you move after we started?
I moved before y'all started.
It had to be right before. Like it wasn't. Yeah. It was close.
I moved up here April of 2018.
Woo wee. I just know, man, this is a big deal for us, like moving to another platform, and I want to thank all our fans that's been here with us riding. Sorry for the wait, but we back. We back. Y'all see it on the screen, Mumbo Sauce on everything, on Instagram, on Facebook. Definitely follow us. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. It's the new wave. Tell everybody about us. What you guys say to them, Reg?
You said it all. I'm happy we back. We're about to be podding. You might get a calmer, more of it. I done had a lot of time to myself. I done got the flames. I might not be saying fuck as many people every week, except for those who deserve it. Notice only Joe Rogan caught it this week because he deserved it. So y'all
should have a weekly or every like a donkey of the day, but like a segment. fuck him or fuck y'all segment or something.
We got to figure something else to call it. I can't say fuck somebody every week.
I
can't do it every week.
I can with impunity. I don't give a damn.
I know you can.
That's the Reggie corner.
Right. I'm gonna let y'all get y'all final words in before I let all our guests go. To close it out. Kana, you got anything for the people?
Drink your water.
And mind your business.
Get plenty of sleep. Stay 6 feet apart from other people. What else do I say? I don't know.
You
Love
just
yourself,
turned into a
man.
father, nigga? What?
No, I'm giving
mean,
out
talk
positive,
range, man.
positive vibes, man.
I
Like,
appreciate that.
love yourself, man. Oh, quick. My mother said she loves the pictures. She said daughter looks precious in that. My mother works really hard trying to do those knitting that stuff. She loves doing it.
Hey,
So I
man.
sent the picture. She loved it.
I'm gonna post that on our Mumbo Sauce and Everything story, man. Your mother did a great job on that. She knitted like a what you call them, a swaddle, man.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing.
Amazing job.
Yeah, she's really good at that stuff. She really
appreciate you, bruh. Appreciate you. Man, any final words?
Appreciate y'all for having me. I came in last before Kanar, but looking at them pictures, man. Olu, your wedding was amazing, man. Like I gotta give you your flowers, bro. Like that was literally modern day, like coming to America.
Proud to know this man. It just made me more proud to know him. For real, like it's just crazy because I tell people all the time on the back burner, like
that's my man.
Yeah, that's my friend. On the comments, people was like, "Is that Wale?" it's just funny, dog.
And I'm telling you,
that was the most star-studded wedding without that many stars. Yeah, that joint was lit. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was a whole bunch of Nigerian big time people but
man,
everybody was there. Man. It was just family, friends, regular, man. Just
clean. Come on, clean.
Ross, it was
man, you got
1,400 family members.
1,400.
There was stragglers. That's why it was so many people. But
hey, tell them again about your Instagram page where they can find you at.
You can find me and my work at NKR. That's N as in Nancy, K as in King, R as in Ross, like my last name. .paint.design, and then my personal Instagram at Trini Picasso. Find me, follow me, put your trust in me. I got a product. I'm new to the game. You know, I have a art background, but I'm new to these board and batten walls, home design, interior design, and I'm just trying to grow, man. I'm just trying to tap into this entrepreneurial spirit finally. So get at me. Appreciate y'all. Darian, I'm proud of you. Congratulations on the baby. You and your wife, beautiful baby. You look extremely happy, man. It's a good feeling. I remember when I was like, and I'm seeing it happen before my eyes. You're extremely proud, but I don't blame you, man. Reggie, Cargo is jumping, man. You're an inspiration because I remember the conversations that we've had, like before the vending machine, before you got your first government contract. You know what I'm saying? Like
State Department. Say that. I mean, I forgot to say that happened since we've been off. Yeah, the
government.
You ain't tell me about this, nigga. You ain't tell me about this.
Yeah, the state.
We're gonna let him get his flowers at the end. We're gonna let him shine it.
But yeah, man, I appreciate all of y'all, man.
No problem. Oh, you got any last words, man?
I appreciate y'all having me. Appreciate all the love, all the kind words mean. And this is a great platform, man. Y'all been doing y'all thing, but listening to y'all. Good to have y'all back. Looking forward to seeing, more episodes drop. Just continue to see y'all grow. This is the beginning. And yeah, that's all I have. Let's all have a prosperous year and stay safe out here.
Appreciate it. All right, hold on, fellas. All right, I'm gonna give Reggie his time real quick. Go with your final words, Reg. Then we end it off.
Man, I just appreciate my boys, everybody being here. This we said in the beginning of this, we was gonna have some of the crew jumping in and out. This is just a small fraction, but I appreciate my boys. Actually, all three of y'all are returning guests. So I appreciate y'all for coming through, blessing us for season 3, the beginning of season 3. And yeah, definitely, man, just keep listening, engage with us. Like we say every episode, hit us at Mumbo Sauce on everything. Let us know. Let us know if Darian dead ass wrong about not being a good spades partner. Let us know. Let us know that James Harden is okay to switch teams when he deems it necessary. If you want to, just jump in there and let us know what's going on. Also, follow us. I'm gonna keep saying this until this shit blow up, because when it blow up, I want to be the first one to be able to say I told you so. On fan base at Mumbo Sauce on everything. We are going to be moving some of this video content over now that we're on this new platform over to there, where you can see our podcast in parts, in 1 hour installments. So you'll be able to view the podcast there, show us some love. It's a Black-owned social media platform created by a Black person, privately owned by a person, and it actually shares in revenue with not only the content creators, but the people who invest in it. And you can go and invest in that right now. So that's all I got for the people. ShopCargado.com. I appreciate all my peoples coming in. It's the State Department, as my guy Smitty stated earlier. The State Department is a customer of mine now. So our shit is international. We have the government taking our charges, so they are reliable, because they're taken all over the world and used for the vaccine distribution. Some of the employees took our chargers with them and kept them going throughout their travels all over the world.
Yep.
So
if you want to show them the website real quick.
Yeah. On here, nah, it's fine. I mean, shopcargado.com. Everything you need to know is up there. If you at the Sports and Learning Complex in Landover, Maryland, our vending machine is there for the time being. Just pop in, grab a charger. Even if you know you need a charger and you buy Sports and Learning, don't go to 5 and below. Don't go to 7-Eleven. Just pull up on Sports and Learning, run in there real quick. It's right at the front door as soon as you walk in. Grab your charger and walk out. Or go take a jog or do whatever you need to do. Just stop at the Cargado vending machine and grab that charger. But that's all I got for them.
All right, man. We out.